Soji Begi Joji Medol Jam Rira Bling Zin Nede Gambade Sangye Jingdo Mede Belvagi Dragon Namdak Zin La Jeba Shuk Yidam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niyadaya Okay. So now today, this session, the topic that we have given is how much Buddha loves us. That was the question. Now the people who for almost like now 9 days I've been repeatedly and now you are looking at me little bit annoyed, I guess. I said many times. So now it is a great moment that you need to remember this. And now people who are new here, they are a little bit curious what I'm talking about. So for that I need to go to the screen here, and now how Lama Tsongkhapa, the author of the stages of path, how he remembered Buddha Shakyamuni. Many of us who found Buddha's teaching very beneficial in their life individually, they have many ways to remember Buddha Shakyamuni's kindness for sure. But let's see how this great being, Lama Tsongkhapa, how he remembers Buddha Shakyamuni. So let's go to the 32, not the, if you go the 31, okay. Oh yeah, so otherwise you cannot get the taste of the 32. Now, you who speak excellently by seeing as it is, for those who train in your footsteps, all the degenerations will become remote, for the root of all faults will undone. So here, I need to see in my Tibetan because my English is not keeping with me. Okay, that doesn't matter. Kanji, then now someone has to help me here, because we have to come to the point where we have used all our strength to bring happiness in this life. He's answering that, okay? So, for that reason, we have to come to the point now, I tried my best and didn't work well. Now, calm your mind, and then you have to see if there is actually a plan B, because we failed on the plan A. But if you still believe there is a plan A, then we need to fully use this. But what Buddha gave the teaching is, he failed on the plan A, so he searched for the plan B, which he tried to look for the how to bring the full happiness by eliminating the suffering once and all, which is how to tame your self-grasping. That is the whole of Buddha's teaching about, actually. When Lama Tsongkhapa found this teaching, and then not just taming your grasping, but then you how to accept the reality. Now you look at this. You who speak accidentally by saying as it is. Lama Tsongkhapa didn't say you are the person who didn't see anything, no self, nothing, and then you are the great one. He didn't preach like that. He said, you have seen the reality. So now we are going back to the Buddha's teaching on the two truths, which is His Holiness Dalai Lama said the teaching on a true truth is the main foundation of the Buddha's teaching. So, keeping this in mind, now I'm not going very deeply in there. It sounds like I already went very deep. But anyway, I don't want to make it any more kind of a complication.
Not to make it any more complicated.
Now then the Lama Tsongkhapa sees the kindness of the Buddha Shakyamuni here, saying, but those who turn away from your teaching, that's not talking about other people. Also, up to now I've been who turn away from your teaching, okay? Through they may, and you can see, I may struggle with the hardship for a long time. Faults increase ever more as I being called forth.
As if being called forth.
Being
As
called
if
forth.
being called forth.
Okay. For they make firm the view of self. Come down. Yeah, okay, thanks. Now here's this is the in a Tibetan Kadisturina. Emaho said, yeah, when the wise comprehend the differences between these two, why would they not at the point revere
you? Yeah. Revere you.
Revere because
homage
from the depth of their being. A little bit down. Let alone your numerous teachings, even in the meaning of a small part, those who find excitement, in a cursory way. It looks like I'm learning English now. This brings supreme bliss to them as well. Okay. So now this is where I wanted to show you this most important part. Alas. How do you say that? Alas. My mind was defeated by the ignorances. Though I have sought refuge for a long time, in such a embodiment
of excellence.
Okay. Didn't you? Where is God? Okay. The poster was this here. Yeah. We need to continue with that. Oh, the 36 now. Yes. So in English, I'm not getting anything from there. So I will do the Tibetan version, okay? Tempe nangne tenje tebadang, sherab nangna tenje shebani, jigden danan yiwe umbushin, pijung lebar chunji shinjimi. Eh? Somewhere in here. I'm not getting this. Somewhere. It's your job to find it out for me. So the most important here, what Lama Tsongkhapa is saying, in this world, I found so many teachers. And who talks about emptiness also true truth, so on. But who talks very purely teaching on the dependent origination, that you are the only one who I thoroughly researched and I found only you were the perfect one. Because the more I understood about emptiness, the clearly in my mind that I could understand how things exist. Normally, when we talk about emptiness, whole people get the idea of nothing, more nothing, and nothing disappeared. But the Lama Tsongkhapa praised Bodhicitta Ceremony. The more I go into deeper level of the truly existence, inherently existence, more I try to look into this, because your teaching that the Buddha didn't only teach on the level of the emptiness only, because he said two truths. If you really want to understand dependent, relative, conventional, then we say this like we know it. But I have to come to the point how much we say we know it. Mostly we cling to the point where you feel like things really, truly exist by its own. So solely, intrinsically grounded, isolated, absolute. Now, because you need to let this go, and then I get this narrow-minded. When I let this go, then I have seen how things really can function very well. Now I can say truly things, because things are
because things are merely imputed by conception, then therefore they are dependent originations.
So now he said this alas, he comes to the like, I am so sad that this teaching that Buddha has given directly, but I missed this opportunity to receive directly from the Buddha himself. Right? Is there? After that, to the bell saying like, okay, whoever a little bit down. Is it not there? Something? 42? Okay. Oh yes, that's it. Yeah, seeing the qualities of this teaching pulls hard from your heart, just like the, oh yeah. So It's a little before that. One before that. Where's this sadness part? I really want that. Before this maybe sad. Yeah. That's it. Oh yeah. Sad is not to have heard it directly from you, not from heard from you, directly from you. The intensity, intensity of the sorrow, that sorrow, does not let me go of my mind. Just like a kind of mother constantly goes over her dear child. Okay. Now, day and night, I'm thinking about it. I miss you very much. That I wish I can directly listen to you when you are giving this teaching. Where did I go? I really want to present at that time. This is the sadness of the Lama Tsongkhapa. And then he didn't finish this whole bringing the image of the Buddha. He didn't finish there, but what he's coming up actually. This is what I'm trying to do in my meditation, which is really helpful. Saying that now the jagyu nyala jishin do niji turan chudin chole ma do gewashin di nyanyi shukjini dugwe pula maye jesu songa jishin do chuje la metu yoda mebe tabama jishin do ludu shunu chime jung sungro tanzini ngu. We'll just come a little bit down now. Moon rays and pains, and then kwado tanda. Appears there. The instant such reflection of the sage, having this, and then somewhere it should be saying, because I put my all effort to kind of effort that I could now really put the pieces of your teaching together, and then I really can feel this is really beneficial for me. So with this kind of confidence level, I'm bringing the image of the Buddha Shakyamuni here. So this is how it goes. Here to reflect on your words, I think the blazing with the glory of noble marks and eternal Lord. Eternal Lord. The hollowed.
44, 45,
yeah.
Here too, as I reflect on your words, I think, blazing with the glory of noble marks and hallowed in a net of light rays, this teacher in a voice of pristine melody spoke thus in such a way. The instant such a reflection of the sage's form appears in my mind, it soothes me, just as the moon rays heal fever's pains.
And then digi shoot the image dictan di qualdo di due.
Yeah.
Di karsa. I'm trying to get you to the children to give a D nation do it, but my Jesus wants you to use them. You're the maybe to should have looked on the Tanzanian but the Tomatoes and Pandant Village. I met you to die and Sabakunda song. What a dirisha. So then this is the pleasant moment here. So once you have some kind of teachings that you feel this is really helping each and every day in your practice, so then you bring the image of Buddha, then you really wanted to say thank you. Otherwise, you try to bring an image of Buddha, it will be so vividly, so clear, so powerful image in front of you. What are you going to do with that? And that sometimes His Holiness says, even you have this kind of a strong visualization, maybe you feel like this image is going to talk with you. Maybe this image will really tell you, like, go back and study what I just taught you. Didn't you do your homework? So for that reason, this clearly tells us that now that you come to the confidence level that really teaching that really helps you, and then you try to meditate on the image of Buddha, and then the powerful the image that you have is your own projection, that you can bless this imagination become more pure. So that we should be doing. So now today, on a beautiful occasion, and which is a very special day, that the Buddha was fully enlightened. And now, due to his enlightenment, through his compassion, we can still enjoy his teaching and apply this antidote, and we still can feel the hope. So, having just like the meditation as Lama Tsongkhapa he does. And now, let's meditate. Let's meditate for a few minutes, just like me, 1 or 2 minutes, that the teaching that Buddha has given, especially how to, even this question is a beautiful gift from Buddha, saying, can I have a happiness without any suffering? That question becomes so necessarily for you. So that answer is given by Buddha. Yes, that kind of a question is such a great, and the answer is there. Yes, there it is. I have realized this, I have attained this, and this is what I am giving the teaching on for truths and the two truths. So now, where did we get this? Is from our teachers. For me, from His Holiness Dalai Lama. And for some of you, you have your own masters. So we first, not just directly go to the Buddha, but first you be very thankful to your own teacher. Okay? Because the water you drink is, the nearest one is from your Guru. Then which is coming from Buddha. So first you need to appreciate the first one. Okay, so for this reason, we meditate on the kindness of the Guru for 1 minute. Okay, so read the words that we have the homage to the Lama. Is it there? Okay. I take refuge in Guru. Let's say 3 times. I take refuge in Guru. I take refuge in Guru. I take refuge in Guru. So that's Guru part now. Okay. So now, after that, the Buddha. What makes our Guru so important? Because he delivers us this teaching, the inspiration, that what really we know a little bit of how to struggle, how to fight against our negative emotion, that which we never tried in our entire life, but due to such a great example, what the Buddha once done, and now this is passing through our lineage masters. So now, where all this comes is not other than the Buddha himself. So now we take a refuge in the Buddha. Okay, just meditate for a few seconds on a Buddha now. So even you don't have a fully understanding of Buddha, never mind. What I really want you to meditate is the person who brought this medicine that we normally give up on ourselves and others when we are under the sway of the negative emotions. And today there is one great being who got fully enlightened and gave this teaching to us. Says, you really don't need to give up on yourself, because I have found the reality to look into the source of all the destroyer of our happiness, which is the ignorance mind. So you really need to be brave and look into that, and you will find the reality. Who said this is the Buddha Shakyamuni. So just give a few seconds of meditation on Buddha. Okay. I take refuge in Buddha. Let's say together. I take refuge in Buddha. I take refuge in Buddha. Okay. So now, what makes the Buddha so important? It's not Buddha is the holy person. He is the omniscient one. He is the such so. But most important is what we really need from Buddha is the answer to our suffering. That is why the Buddha becomes very important and the Guru becomes very important to us. So now that kind of medicine, which is the antidote, which is sometimes recognized as a cessation, sometimes it is a path to cessation, a method, that what it is really important for us, that is something that why we take refuge in the Guru and the Buddha. So this Dharma, I really take refuge. That you can think in two ways now. That Dharma which Buddha has already attained, and the future that you will be really wanting to have it. That is your future Buddha. Not like Buddha has done it, so I can just listen to the Buddha and then I can be safe. No, that you need to tame and you need to apply this antidote. So for that reason, I take a refuge in the Dharma. Okay, so just to give a few seconds of thought. Okay. Let's say together. I take refuge in Dharma. I take refuge in Dharma. I take refuge in Dharma. So now, in order to bring this antidote, medicine, and the discipline, everything that it needs to work, so we need a strong influence. That influence not we only can get from the Buddha, but we really need a kind of influence from a kind of a community, the surroundings. So that's why we need such a great examples in our life. So that is the reason we take a refuge in the Sangha, which is needed. When you go to the hospital, and you meet a best doctor, good medicine, and then the doctor gives you the medicine and say you go away now, and there's no nurse, not a comfortable bed to lay down, and not give that kind of help, it is difficult to recover. So we need a good community to lean on our head, to lean on this kind of shelter. So we need this support. So that's why we really need Sangha's help. So that's why we need to take a refuge in Sangha. So repeat after me, please. I take refuge in Sangha. I take refuge in Sangha. I take refuge in Sangha. Okay. 到底我们的看这个，恰是我的学习呗。第看嘞，是呗？Oh, now this is the seven limbs prayer, because when there is so much respect to that, what we really need to do is the seven limbs prayer, which is prostration, right? Homage.
Yeah, or prostration.
Yeah.
You can put them interchangeably.
Yeah. Then the offering and confession, because whenever something good thing happen in your life, you will feel like, I've been using entirely my life in the wrong kind of way, so now I have a kind of regret. That regret is not just like a guilt that you always have putting you down. It's something like, after now I wasted, now I found the guide, the light. So this is something that kind of a confession that we are talking. And then rejoicing.
Exhortation.
Oh, then time to time we need teachings on that for sure. So we request to turn this kind of teaching.
Requesting to turn the wheel of the Dharma.
And then dedication. The dedication, very important. What you enjoy doing this, so then you pray that I wish I can do this kind of thing again and again. So we recite this together. So
what little virtue I have gathered through my homage, through offering, confession and rejoicing, through exhortation and prayer, all of it I dedicate to the enlightenment of all beings.
Feel like in this room, like a huge stadium, that all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas who went through this path, normally we say Theata Kadikati, Parakati, Parasamkati, Buddha Soha. So once they are like us, but now they have achieved the true happiness, no more suffering, because they are not clinging at all. So this kind of thing, this kind of practice, which is my goal, so they are here as a witness that today I really wanted to follow the footsteps of these great beings. So we did this kind of bringing this all the imagination all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas gathered together. So we made this kind of prayer. Oh, this is now you have the flower in your hand, right? So I don't have one, so okay. You said so? Okay, thank you. So hold like this with me. So feel this is the cleanest. This is the some kind of a most precious thing that you can exchange. Like, I give this to you, you give me this one. We normally do that, right? To represent that you are feeling, you express the feeling. When do you give your flowers to other? It is not necessarily that on the only Valentine's Day it happens. This is going to also happen that we can offer this to the one of the best, the great being, that what we really need, the example and the experience of this master. So to express that you really appreciate his practice and we need this, we can also say, this is my feeling, so please accept this. Okay? So with like this, actually, this is the very respectful way to offer. So with the two hands together. Okay? So now, won't you can go through that by slowly.
I take refuge in the three rare sublime ones. I confess all my negative actions individually. I rejoice in the virtues of transmigratory beings. I keep in mind a Buddha's enlightenment. I take refuge until I am enlightened in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. In order to fulfill the aims of myself and others, I will generate bodhicitta. Having generated Supreme Bodhicitta, I will invite all sentient beings to be my guests. I will undertake the pleasing supreme conduct of enlightenment. May I become a Buddha to benefit transmigratory beings.
So, hold on there. So, this is amazing. But if it is amazing, not necessarily we will do it. That's true, isn't it? So before taking a huge decision in your life, I don't want you to tell a lie on this special occasion. So, but the best way is you can feel how wonderful that could be if I can become like that. So today when we are doing this ceremony or this taking this kind of wow, it is called not engaging. This is called aspirational bodhicitta wow. So you please keep that in mind. You can feel very comfortable, no stress. You are not going to say like, why I'm saying this. You can say it. It's so beautiful, right? Feel it. Feel like that will be wonderful if I can become like that. But I really don't know if that really exists or not. But that looks so wonderful. So feel like this, okay? So second time.
I take refuge in the three rare sublime ones. I confess all my negative actions individually. I rejoice in the virtues of transmigratory beings. I keep in mind a Buddha's enlightenment. I take refuge until I am enlightened in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. In order to fulfill the aims of myself and others, I will generate bodhicitta. Having generated Supreme Bodhicitta, I will invite all sentient beings to be my guests. I will undertake the pleasing supreme conduct of enlightenment. May I become a Buddha to benefit transmigratory beings.
So on the third time, may the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas be my witness. And then when I say these verses, that I have a strong wish actually. This kind of practice, may I have that? That sounds so wonderful. So with this reciting on the third, when you say, may I become a Buddha to benefit,
Transmigratory beings.
or transmigratory,
Draw namla.
okay, the sentient beings, to benefit sentient beings. Okay.
I take refuge in
Just hold on. Okay. So normally when we take a refuge, when we so admire the qualities of Buddha and the great beings, we automatically take a homage to them and pay respect to them. But the reason why we take a refuge, because why we respect them so much, is that we need the quality, same quality, and what the holy object or the holy person has actually. Then the reason is, even you have the quality, you would say, I got it from my teacher. But here you can see, because it's a bodhicitta, it talks about the guest said, I will invite all the sentient beings to be my guests. So this one, why is so important today? That if you talk about compassion, why it's so great? Why bodhicitta is so great? Why Buddha is so great? Because all these practices that Buddha has been doing, Bodhisattvas doing, and day to day when we talk about ethical contacts and generosity, patience, all these great practices, it comes also from the sentient beings. We always forget that part. We leave this part. It didn't become a very necessary, because we just tell like, I need to be strong myself, so I need a patience. It's more like you try to blur the person who really gives you annoying time. So what the Buddhist Sattva is saying, be honest to yourself. The Buddha is so great to us, so kind to us, giving the teaching how to be very strong, but then also who really, that all this practice without the mother sentient beings help, actually there's no practice at all. So that's why I am bringing the mother sentient being as my guest here. Okay? So now, when you say, I wanted to become a Buddha, is for the mother sentient beings, not for only well-being of yours. Okay? So feel this, and or the third, when you say, may I become a Buddha to benefit sentient beings, then you feel, and then you, not on that time, the next one you can throw the flower to the Buddhas. Okay? So recite this first, please.
I take refuge in the three rare sublime ones. I confess all my negative actions individually. I rejoice in the virtues of transmigratory beings. I keep in mind a Buddha's enlightenment. I take refuge until I am enlightened in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. In order to fulfill the aims of myself and others, I will generate bodhicitta. Having generated supreme bodhicitta, I will invite all sentient beings to be my guests. I will undertake the pleasing supreme conduct of enlightenment. May I become a Buddha to benefit transmigratory beings.
Okay. So now on the fourth. Now this we can do the one time. When there is the line which says, "Today my life has borne fruit, having well obtained this human existence, I have been born in the family of Buddha, and now I am
one of Buddha's
just I missing, now I am one of the Buddha's children." So at that time, you offer that. Okay? So please.
O Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Gurus, please listen to what I now say from the depths of my heart. Just as all Buddhas of the past have developed the thought of enlightenment, true bodhicitta, then practiced its stages of graded development, following the trainings for all Buddha's children, so may I too, for the sake of all beings, develop bodhicitta and follow the trainings exactly as all bodhisattvas have done. Today my life has borne fruit. Having well obtained this human existence, I've been born in the family of Buddha, and now am one of Buddha's children.
Okay. So feel like this flower didn't fall on the ground. Just feel like it's now in the sky. The Buddha does have that. Your future Buddha is holding this. Okay. 다때네 디 딘두던스 지부 유세들베. 저들은 선율선서 디차수. 다는 다기 지네 리더 템벨로즈들. Now the most beautiful thing is now from this day on, wherever I would practice, what kind of practice I do, I will bring the full awareness that whenever I have all this one kind of a thing went wrong, suffering started, I will be so strong enough to watch my mind. Actually, this is what all the meditation is about. So watch my mind. How did this suffering started actually? It didn't came up like sometimes we say coincidentally, something like there's nothing causes and then it just appeared like that. Nothing like this. It started with something, and then the worst thing is you are holding it too tightly, too strongly. The problem, outside problem, His Holiness Dalai Lama does have it, Buddha does have it, right? If let's say Buddha have the practice of patience, and same time we could say Buddha has an enemy, right? If we say Buddha does not have an enemy, then we could say Buddha does not have a patience. Because Buddha does have the practice of patience, we can say the Buddha has an enemy. Outer enemy, not the inner enemy, which is clinging so tightly to the situation. That Buddha does not have it. So Buddha will say, my enemy tried to harm me, but I don't cling to the situation, so I don't take this too seriously. That is, I'm saying, the whole concept of the becoming liberated, is more like I have thousands of the problem in front of me, but I don't cling to the one situation. Then, yes, there's a problem. Then what the best mantra you can say is, so what? But normally we are scared to say this. It will never come to your mind. You are so into this. So then all the problems start, right? Okay. This is the words that we need to remember every time, because this commitment is something to always to fight against our negative emotion. Now please recite this.
Thus, whatever actions I do from now on must be in accord with the lineage. Never shall I pollute this noble and unsullied lineage.
How do you pollute to the lineage? Because Bodhisattvas, they feel the real problem is not out there actually. It is just a condition. The problem is there when you hold to this tightly. So one person who has the wish to kind of clarify this, so that it is not polluting. But if you have a thought like, my life is miserable, I'm done, now I'm the most hated person, or so on, or when you lock into yourself, that time what is really happening is you are surrendering to the negative emotions, which we are so expert, which makes us polluted. So never shall I pollute this noble and unsullied lineage. Now, this is, you need to keep your mind, okay?
So after this, if we recite the verse of Refuge and Bodhicitta, then this will be very good.
1 minute.
Oh no, sorry. May the Bodhicitta which is not arisen arise. This one.
No.
Sorry, yeah, this one.
1 minute.
Yeah, in English, please.
May the precious Supreme Bodhicitta not yet born arise. May that arisen not decline, but increase more and more.
One more time.
May the precious Supreme Bodhicitta not yet born arise. May that arisen not decline, but increase more and more.
Third time.
May the precious Supreme Bodhicitta not yet born arise. May that arisen not decline, but increase more and more.
Okay. So thank you very much. So, due to your kindness, I could say so many wonderful things. Without your help, maybe I'm watching Netflix. So, this was one kind of such a beautiful experience through not only the Buddha Dharma Sangha's blessing and His Holiness blessing, but all of yours kindness. So I wanted to thank you for that. Okay, thank you. So now we do the Lamrim prayer.
First, page 4 in the small prayer book. Moza dia begi joje medo jam lira blingze nede gelba de sange jindo mede vargi dögön andag zin la jeba shu jedzön lame guzera benje nanga jinle jojo gebadang Losan dembe cöme zazongi dove menzel da done yoji yedam guru radno mandala gamya dayami. Page 339 in the prayer book or on the screen. Back to the small prayer book, for those who have it. Having thoroughly investigated in accord with all that I have heard, day and night through the four reasonings, mind born of reflection on these topics of contemplation, may this discernment sever all doubts. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenresik Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. In all my lives, never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the grounds and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. I fully dedicate all these virtues to be able to train just like the hero Manjushri who knows reality, and just like Samantabhadra as well. I fully dedicate all my roots of virtue with a dedication praised as the best by all the gone beyond victorious ones of the 3 times in order to have good conduct. With my heart going out with great compassion, in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, today is we need to offer this kata to Buddha, but because no, I'm not Buddha yet. Yeah, so because today is a very special occasion, so then my friends thought tomorrow we finish our course, so then today is a very special day to say thank you Buddha. So they wanted to thank Buddha through me, so this is why it's happening. Okay.